Hi guys, welcome to the short video about fashion. What you can do if you have a bad internet speed or bad internet stability for gaming at home, and this prevents you from real good gaming experience. What can you do when you Google for that? You get some information, but I'm trying here to help a little bit more, and I'm going to show you my preferred solution. This has changed just this week. I had my preferred solution, but now I have a new one, and this is what I'm going to tell you at the end of the video. So let's start with some basics. Of course, we have in general two different possibilities. We have wired and wireless. We have the wired with the cable, like Ethernet cable, and I think what a lot of people do not know, when we have wired connection, there are different type of cable. There are category 4, 5, 6. I don't know if there are even faster than that. So just make sure that you have good quality Ethernet cables if you are using them, and of course they are limited in length. When you have too long cable, it's always a little bit of a problem. Then the speed and quality can go down, but usually these cables can be pretty long. I've already tried very long cables, like almost 60 feet long cables, and they have been working really good. It's much better than like with USB cable. It's amazing what you can do with very long Ethernet cables. But sometimes there are limitations, and you cannot just pull a cable through the whole home, and then of course it has to be wired, or we can also use some kind of virtual wires. I'm going to talk about that later. With the wireless connection, of course, make sure that you check on the router placement, also check on the position of the router antennas, but it's not only on the router side, it's also on the receiver side. For example, on your PC or so, and there are some solutions with large antennas, and these can definitely help. A lot of people are not aware of that such things exist. I'll put down the link of these things down into the description, and I mean everything which I recommend, so you can check it out and maybe it will help. And there's even one more possibility apart from the USB antennas. These are some wireless bridges. They usually work also with 5G, but they usually have much larger antennas. They are capable usually to even connect some Wi-Fi points which are many miles away from each other. Here they are saying 5 kilometers, which means about probably 3 miles or so. And I've been gaming for a while with such devices, and they worked somehow pretty good, but at the very end I still had some problems with the stability of it, and so I had to restart both of the devices, like the sender and the receiver, about every 1 or 2 days. So it's also not a perfect solution. Then apart from the real wireless connection, we have these MOCA network adapters, and these are network adapters which we can plug usually into the cable, I mean the TV cable which you have at home. Here, for example, you can see some of them. That's I think a rather new invention. So if you have like a cable connection pretty close to your computer, this could be a very good solution, because as far as I've heard, the connection with these MOCA adapters can be really good, but they are not very cheap, and of course it's limited because a lot of people don't have a cable connection right next to the computer. Then so what's left, of course, the Powerline adapters, and even they exist since very long time. I think a lot of people are not aware of them, and there are quite some really good solutions here. Of course, you have to make sure that you buy a good one, don't buy a cheap one. They start at a very low price, but then they have very limited quality, very limited speed. I think the maximum speed is around 2 gigabytes. What you have to know is that it's almost impossible, or actually virtually impossible, to get anywhere close to the speed which they are listing here. Let's say 1.2 gigabits, or even we have this AV2000 here from TP-Link or other providers here, 1000 megabits or 1 gigabit 1200 and even more, and we have now these days a couple of them which are saying 2000 megabits, which means 2 gigabits, and that sounds really tempting, but I have to tell you it's absolutely impossible to get up to this speed unless you have these two adapters like the sender and the receiver right next to each other, and probably not even then you would get this speed. So how do these things still help? I can tell you these things can help a lot, and currently I'm using this thing here. I've already been buying a lot of TP-Link Powerline adapters since many years. I started with the 200, AV500, AV1200, and now just 1 week ago I bought the AV2000, and I can tell you it's a huge upgrade. The most important thing is that it has this pass-through power here, so you don't have to hook it up in parallel to other devices, let's say your PC or some lights. This is very important, that you shouldn't plug these things in parallel to other devices, but sometimes you have just one outlet, or this covers the whole outlet, and now you have the chance to plug in some other devices. It could also be a power strip. Yeah, don't hesitate to plug in here some power strip on top of these things, and it will still work very good. And this is what I'm doing, and I have a lot of success. Of course, again, the speed is quite limited. The only thing which I get is around 20 megabits I think upload, 30 megabits download, but the ping is very good. I have a ping of around 39, maximum maybe 60 ping. Of course, has also to do with the internet service provider, but I'm playing a lot, let's say, games like Rocket League, which are very picky regarding network quality, and if you have like a lot of package loss or lags on your network, then the game will complain a lot, and it's almost impossible to play. And now I'm playing since about a week with these two adapters. One is connected to the internet service provider router and one is connected to my PC, and I'm pretty far away, and I have a lot of devices plugged in on top of these things, like right on top of these power line adapters, and the connection is still very good quality connection, and I've never had any network problems. So this is my favorite recommendation. And again, I'm adding all the links of all the things which I've been describing here in this video down into the description of the video, so you can check it out and order the one you like the most for you right here from Amazon. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or other opinions on that, maybe I found a better solution than that, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, see you next time.